Dark Angel, Argus. Passive, Warmonger. Argus gains Malice energy with basic attacks or gradually over time. When his Malice energy is full, Argus's next basic attack will launch an additional strike that deals physical damage, ignores part of the target's physical defense, and restores Argus's HP. First skill, Demonic Grip. Argus launches a demonic hand in the target direction. The first enemy hero or creeps hit by the hand will take physical damage and be stunned for a brief moment, and Argus will pull himself and the target toward each other. If this skill doesn't hit a target, Argus will pull himself toward the hand's destination instead. Argus can use this skill again afterwards to dash and strike in the target direction, dealing physical damage to targets in his path. Second skill, Meteoric Sword. After a short delay, Argus thrusts his sword forward, which explodes upon hitting an enemy, dealing physical damage to all targets hit and slowing them briefly. This skill deals increased damage to minions. Enemy heroes or creeps hit by this skill will be cursed for a few seconds and leave behind a cursed trail while moving. Argus gains bonus movement speed while on the cursed trail and additional Malice energy when hitting cursed targets with basic attacks. Ultimate, Eternal Evil. Argus's ultimate permanently increases his Malice energy's recharge speed. When Argus casts his ultimate, he enters the Eternal Evil state, removing all debuffs excluding suppression on himself and gaining death immunity for a period of time. The damage he deals during this state will be converted into HP when it ends. In the laning phase, use Argus's first skill to close in on the opponent and slow them with his second skill while hitting with basic attacks. If the enemy tries to run, use the second cast of his first skill to chase. In teamfights, use Argus's first skill to pull himself toward the enemy formation. Then use the skill again to dash into their back line. Next, slow the enemy with his second skill and use basic attacks until his HP is low, then pop his ultimate and continue the assault with basic attacks. Argus is excellent at chasing down targets and can make himself invincible for a period of time. Upgrade Argus's second skill at level 1 and continue to prioritize upgrading it because of its high base damage and reduced cooldowns at higher levels. When Argus's ultimate ends, any turrets attacking him will have their stacking damage reset, making it easier for him to turret dive with his ultimate and escape. After hitting enemies with his first skill, Argus can hold off on using the second cast immediately and save it to chase or retreat based on the situation. Corrosion Scythe and Demon Hunter Sword are Argus's core equipment. They can enhance his attack speed significantly, allowing him to rapidly charge his passive. Grab Malefic Roar in the late game to deal with frontline heroes. We recommend the Inspire battle spell for Argus to give his damage more burst for potential kills. Argus counters heroes with poor mobility, who cannot escape his attacks once he closes in, such as Gord and Aurora. Argus is countered by tanks with high physical defense, like Garugacha and Tigreal, because a lot of his damage comes from basic attacks. Argus works well with utility supports like Angela and Rafaela, who can provide extra movement speed and CC to allow Argus to stick to his targets and dish out maximum damage. In the laning phase, Argus starts off relatively weak, so play safe and focus on farming until level 4. Then capitalize on Argus's ultimate to out-trade the opponent. In the mid to late game, Argus can consider split-pushing lanes solo since he is great at pushing turrets and has decent mobility. Coupled with his ultimate, it will be very difficult for the enemy to catch Argus.